They would never say they're a hoe. No girl ever defines themselves as a hoe. We're talking about you.
Willie D. Live.
Yeah, it's that James Brown
Yes.
Night Train.
Well, he did that. I'm saying that was on Go See the Doctor, quite frankly. That's the first record he did for me. He said, you want to make them dance. And it changed my whole flow up. So I was walking down the street, rocking my beat without trying to make Adidas. Doom, 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 doom.
Okay.
And then LaVeba, my manager, put the bass on. Doom, boom, 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 boom. And I said, okay, make it sing-songy. All right, I'll make it a sing-songy. Go see the doctor. That's cool. And the message was still there, so I didn't lose anything from the message at all. So, and Teddy was definitely right because he said you wanted people to dance. So he added the swing on it, the New Jack Swing on it, and added a dance record. So I had one of the first New Jack Swing hits.
I know you sold a lot of records on Go See the Doctor. It was a popular record, but
Yes.
how did it go over in your community with the females and specifically, the females in your family?
Yes.
What did they think about that song?
The other thing about the New York attitude, arrogance, is 10 times with females also. Because the thing about women, and this is going to be probably controversial, but it is what it is. I'd say what it is. There are women that we know that are very, very loose, but out of all the loose women on the planet, none of them, they all think the other girl's a hoe. They would never say they're a hoe. No girl ever defines themselves as a hoe. We're talking about you. That's them. But you don't see yourself as them. You did everything the person did that you're talking about. You did the same thing she did. But nobody ever calls themselves or defines themselves as a whore, ever. But, well, you know how those girls are? That's kind of like the New York girl thing. No matter what they do, they're talking about the other girl very quickly. So when you talk about other women, it's like they laugh. I've had women that I slept with that I've even been in a situation with that I'm talking about that's saying you talk about all those other girls. And you have no idea I'm actually talking about you, quite frankly, but okay. Because we have this kind of disconnect, disassociation, like he's not talking about me. It's almost like the same thing to use, like, who you calling a bitch? Like the Latifah thing.
Mm-hmm.
He's not talking about me. Y'all bitches, he's not talking about me. He is talking about you, but New York, like the New York mentality for the females, like disassociate again. He's not talking about me because I like the record. So he called them bitches, not me. He said, y'all bitches.
But that would be true for some women, though, because not all women would fit that particular description. They could just like the song, right?
Yeah, but New York women have a different kind of disassociation part of the equation that goes with it. Like, you keep talking about me, and I'm going to say it's not me because I know you're not talking about me. You can't be. Like, I'm really, really talking about you specifically. If you don't say my name, you're not talking about me. That's the way they separate and make things. So when they heard Go See the Doctor, they made sure it's like, nah, he's definitely not talking about me. Even if I was not, they didn't make a difference.
How did your family receive your success, your initial success?
The beautiful thing about my mother, quite frankly, functioning alcoholic, but she was absolutely over the top prideful, because the conversations we're having, me and my mother had daily, on a daily level, so she understood where I was coming from, and to see it, and to say, okay, we'll see what happens. And I'm saying, I'm going to make it work. I'm going to make it work. To see it work was a sense of pride over the top. Like, I would come home from school, and she'd have little people in the house, and she's singing my lyrics to them, whatever. Like, listen to what he's saying here. She's breaking it down for them. So I loved it without question. And my father was the same way also.